What is up, dudes? This is Captain Gimpy here with a quickie for you. I was really sick last week. I have some residuals, but um, while I was sick, I was hopped up on energy drinks so I could go see the Harley Quinn movie, aka Birds of Prey, the fantabulous emancipation of one Miss Harley Quinn. Um, the film has Margot Robbie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Ella J. Basco, and I don't remember. Before I get started, make sure if you like my crazy self, like, comment, subscribe. All right, let's get into it. So first we got to talk about Suicide Squad, right? That movie was a hot mess with absolutely no plot, no characterization, no nothing. One of the few things that was really good about that movie was Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Um, and if you guys remember, she was really vocal about not wanting to play that character in that context again, um, because all that really happens to her is that she gets pushed around by the Joker, and she was profoundly uncomfortable with that. From what I've read, she had a hand in kind of selecting and steering a story that she would be comfortable reprising her role in, and I think that it's totally worthwhile. Um, is it the best movie ever? Not really, because it does have some issues. But what I do like about it is how crazy it is, like kind of how zany it is, because the whole movie is told from the perspective of Harley Quinn. And if you guys are familiar with the character, which you should be, because it's like the best thing to happen to Batman since Batman. Um, she suffers from psychosis because she was dropped in a chemical vat. And she's been in an abusive relationship with one of the most psychotic and chaotic villains in the Batman world. So Margot Robbie does a great job of kind of taking that PhD knowledge that Harley Quinzel is supposed to have and the psychoticism of her character Harley Quinn and mashing them together. The story centers around Ella J. Bosco's character, Cassandra Cain, who, for those of you that know, is, I guess, Batgirl. That was totally lost on me in the theater, because my Batgirl was always Barbara Gordon, who became Oracle later. Um, but basically, like, out of necessity, because you have crazy Ewan McGregor kind of chasing after Harley, because, Harley basically had immunity while she was with the Joker, right? So she did a bunch of stuff, screwed over this dude named Roman Sionis, played by Ewan McGregor, one of the most over-the-top, psychotic villains, kind of campy, sort of reminds me a little bit of Emperor Palpatine, in that Ian McDiarmid kind of took it to another level. I think Ewan McGregor kind of did that here, and if they ever find anything else to do with that character, it would be awesome to see how he kind of develops that character for us. Um, One major issue I had with the film is the amount of voiceover narration, which is fine sometimes, but a lot of this stuff was like the exposition heavy, like brain dump, basically, via the narration. But I mean, parts of it are charming because, Harley's trying to sort out her own damn memories while she's trying to tell us the story. So for the most part, it works, but sometimes you just end up feeling a little lost. Another thing to mention is that for those of you who are fans of Birds of Prey, this is mostly a Harley Quinn movie, so the Birds of Prey in this film are largely relegated to the role of supporting characters. With that being said, though, I want to wrap this up by saying that, to me, this is a step in the right direction for the DC Cinematic Universe endeavor. Um, I've only really ever liked three DC films: Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and this film. And that's largely because DC did a really shitty job at doing what they thought was working for Marvel while failing to realize what was actually working for Marvel. And usually that DC kind of truncated really great stories, made them make no sense, made the plot a little limp. Um, this is DC doing DC's own thing, and I like it. So I hope they figure out their comic book movie identity so we can get better films in the future. And I honestly really love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, so I'm really hoping to see more of that. For now, dudes, that'll be it, and I'll see you at the movies.